Hey guys, we're actually going to be doing 3 lessons today. So lessons 6, 8, and 9, and they all go hand in hand. So I thought it would be more beneficial to do them together rather than separate. We are skipping lesson 7. So I just want to let you know, if you want to go and look at it, go ahead, but we are not doing it here. So we'll start with lesson 6. Lesson 6 really relates to the lesson we did yesterday. So let's think about what we learned yesterday. We learned that we can find the volume by either counting our cubic units or by multiplying its length times width times your height. Okay, so I would do 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 in order to get my volume, which would be 8. So that's what we're going to do here. I want you to take a look at number 1. If you want to follow along, you can open up to page 671. So number 1, I could, if I want, count all of those cubes to find my volume, but that's kind of a lot of work. We know how to multiply, so let's use our formula. So volume equals length times width times height. So in that case, V equals 4 times 4 times 3. So if I multiply those 3 together, what do I get? If you said 48, you're correct. So how do I say that properly with my unit? I would say 48 centimeters cubed, okay? Looking at number 2, again, if I want to find the volume, I could count all those little cubes, but I'm actually going to use my formula. So volume equals length times width times height. So 3 times 2 times 4, which would give you, if you said 24, you were correct. So 24 inches cubed. If you want to try the next 2, number 3 and 4, go right ahead and you can pause the video. If not, we're going to move on. All right, so this is now lesson 8. So I want you to take a look at your picture that you see, okay? So Juan built the rectangular prism shown at the right using 1-inch cubes. The prism has a base that is a rectangle and has a height of 4 cubes. What is the volume of the rectangular prism that Juan built? Okay, so you can find the volume of a prism in cubic units by multiplying the number of square units in the base by the number of layers or its height. Okay, so I want you to take a look. Look at my base shape. What are the dimensions? We got 4 and we got 3. So right here, that's going to tell me that this is 12-inch cubes. Okay, so if this first layer is 12-inch cubes, my second layer is 12-inch cubes, and then my third layer, and then my fourth layer. So if I put them all together, if I smush them together to create that shape, what would my overall volume be? Well, if you look at the table, the height in the first layer, that gives me 12-inch cubes, and then 24-inch cubes, and 36. So how would I complete that pattern? 48-inch cubes, right? So you could do that, or you can use your formula. So 4 times 3, and my height is 4. So think about 4 times 3 is 12 times 4 is 48. Okay, so either way, so I just taught you 2 ways to do that. Okay, so let me recap. So you can look at your bottom shape and you can say, okay, I know this makes up 12 cubes. Okay, so if this is 12 cubes, so is that, so is that, and so is that. So I could just take what I got from my base layer and multiply it by 4 to get 48, or I can use the volume formula. 4 is my length, 3 is my width, and then I got 4 as my height again. Multiply those to get 48. Let's take a look at this cube, okay? So what do you notice? Could we find the length, the height, and the width? I want you to think to yourself, what is the length? Our length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cube units. And we have our width, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then our height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if I have all 3 of those, what do I need to do? Correct, you just need to multiply them. Okay, so remember the formula for volume. Volume equals length times width times height. If I know my length is 6, I'm going to plug and chug. My width is 4, and then my height is 6. I need to multiply those. What is 6 times 4? It's 24 times 6. What do you get? 144. Could I multiply 6 times 6 and get 36 and multiply that by 4? Yes, you can. Okay, so it does not matter the order as long as you are multiplying your length, your width, and your height. Okay, let's take a look at this problem. Mike is making a box to hold his favorite DVDs. The length of the box is 7 inches, and the width is 5 inches, and the height is 3 inches. What is the volume of the box that Mike is making? So I want you to think, do I have all the information I need in order to find my volume? Again, looking back at my formula here. My equation is volume equals length times width times height. Can I plug and chug? Yes, I can. What is the length? The length is 7 inches, the width is 5, and the height is 3 inches. So when I multiply those together, what do you get? 105 cubic inches, okay? Nice job. So you could say cubic inches or you can say inches cubed, okay? So it does not matter. Looking at this one is a more challenging one, okay? So we know the formula. Volume equals length times width times height, okay? Well, what if you're missing the height or the length or the width? What do we do? Well, we've done this when we worked with equations, okay? So I'm going to plug in what I do know, okay? Here's my formula. Right underneath, you're going to see, I know that my volume is 60. They gave me my volume is 60 centimeters cubed, okay? Well, do I know my length? Yes, I do, right here, 5 centimeters. Do I know my width? Yep, 4 centimeters. I don't know my height, so I'm going to leave it as h. How do I now solve for h? What do I need to do? Okay, I want you to pause the video and see if you can figure it out. Okay, I hope you paused it and you try to work it out yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 60 equals, what is 5 times 4? Good, 20. And then I still have my h. Okay, so I just combine these together. Now what can I do? I need to get this h by itself. Okay, so what do I need to do? You're right, I'm going to divide my 20 on both sides. Okay, so if I divide by 20 on this side, so I'm just going to do that, and I divide by 20 on this side. Divide by 20 on this side. What do I get now? What am I left with? What is 60 divided by 20? Think 6 divided by 2. Yeah, 3. So 3 equals h. So what is my height? My height is 3 centimeters. All right, nice job, you guys. So we learned that we can use what we know about area in order to understand and find volume. So what I want you to go do now is please complete the must do, and your may do is prodigy. I am going to have you for Math Excel. Okay, you are going to find rectangular prisms around your house. So maybe it's a box. Maybe it's a cereal box. Maybe it's a printer. Maybe it's a shoe box. So some sort of rectangular prisms, okay? What you're going to do to find the volume, you have to measure the length, the height, and the width, okay? And then you multiply them together. If you don't have a ruler, okay, I just want you to estimate, okay? So just estimate how long your length is, how high your height is, and how thick your width is. And then you're going to actually take a picture on Padlet. So I gave you the link to Padlet. You'll actually take a picture of your object, holding it up, and then tell me what the volume is or your estimated volume. All right, thank you so much, you guys. You are amazing. We're almost done. Woohoo! Happy learning. Bye, guys.